at the chicane again. A lap later, Tom Coronel versus Tom Chilton. BMW driver comes out on top this time. Coronel has 6th as Norby starts to fade. Defending champion Rob Huff claims his first win of the season. A huge result in an old car with a brand new team. Bernani 2nd, Alex McDowell top independent in 3rd. And delight for Mehdi Bernani.
It's been an interesting year because it's not just a case of me learning the car, it's a case of me helping the team as well, giving them the experience that I've had with what I think has undoubtedly been the best team in the paddock for the last certainly 5 or 6 years. And I think, you know, the testament to that was the win in Budapest. The car was faultless, the car was brilliant.
The first victory was already in the winter to make a program to be here on 2013, which was not easy in our situation. And then, okay, of course, we do our car, we do our best to win a championship or to win some race.
Salzburg will be remembered for the qualifying that never really was. Where slipstream is king, nobody wanted to tow the rest of the pack around. So in Q2, they all slowed down and waited for somebody else to do it. And waited. And waited. In the end, a couple went, Coronel and Nash, but nobody managed to improve their lap times. The FIA handed out punishments to almost the entire field. And after that fast, the first race still proved pretty spectacular. Usual first corner carnage. Then, 3 laps in, Franz Engsler sandwiched between James Thompson's Lada and Alex McDowell's Chevrolet. After a gentle kiss from Tomo, the veteran German has to yield his place. Again, the fast run through turn 7. This time, McDowell moves up to 5th, past Freddie Bart. Lap 9, and it all goes wrong. A huge crash. Charles Eng and Franz Engsler, the teammates, are side by side. The German spins and is hit hard by Daryl O'Young, who can't avoid him. The cars are badly damaged. Fortunately, neither man is injured. After penalties, Ivan Muller had started 13th. Now he takes 3rd place from BMW Mehdi Bernani into turn 8. Out front, the battle is epic. James Nash just cannot find the room to get by the black and white Chevy of Michel Nukia. At a track that saw a slew of punches affect the previous year's result, Nukia holds on for win number 2 of the season. Nash desperately close behind. Muller completing a podium sweep for Chevrolet. Recovering from an indifferent start to race 2, James Nash takes the lead from Norbert Michelitz's Honda into turn 8. Two laps later, Michel Nukia and Ivan Muller both go by Gabriele Tarquini. The Italian's still suffering physically after his Budapest crash, and the Honda can't match the pace of the Chevys here in Austria. Lap 8, another Honda in Muller's sights. Thiago Montero loses 3rd as Ivan presses on. Lap 11, yet another Honda. This time it's Norbert Michelis in the Zengo Motorsport car. He too has no answer to Muller's pace. Just James Nash remains out front, and he stays there to the flag to take his first ever World Touring Car Championship win. In Russia for the first time, the World Touring Car Championship at Moscow Raceway, and the drama starts early. Race 1, turn 1. Contact for the leaders, but the big shunt involves Freddie Bart, Charles Eng and the unlucky Darrell O'Young. He again is caught up in somebody else's incident. His car is wrecked too. Battling for the lead, Tom Coronel pressurises championship leader Ivan Muller. What's a tap between friends anyway? But the BMW can't exploit its tyre advantage. Ivan Muller claims win number 4, Coronel inches behind. In the second race, Mehdi Banani, starting from pole, leaps away while the battle rages behind him. Side by side into 3 and 4, Tarquini and Oriola make contact. And the Spaniard is eased out wide. He does well to hold on to the slide. James Thompson once again featuring in the Lada that had its season's best result in 4th place in race 1. Moscow's front straight is crucial for passing. This is the battle for 3rd. There's Thompson, then Tarquini, Coronel, Huff, and right behind Muller. And in the end, 5 into 1 doesn't go. Thompson and Coronel are off. And Muller and Huff both go through unscathed. 7 laps in, Michel Nukia attacking Mehdi Banani up the inside as the Moroccan makes a mistake. And through again goes the Dane to lead. 3 laps later, pressure from Ivan Muller proves too much. Banani can't hold him off and loses 2nd place too. Huff shoulders his way inside for 3rd. Banani resists and resists. 2 laps before the checker, Huff has the speed up the back straight. And a bold move around the outside that left him vulnerable to attack. In the end, sees Banani spinning off. For Michel Nukia, it's a remarkable 3rd race win, with Muller in 2nd and Huff completing the podium in 3rd. But in any incident, 2 drivers will have 2 different stories to tell. How will 5 make fair?
Was that Tom saw me 1 meter to the right and said, "Why this Italian can stay there? I want to move a little bit," but he didn't see James in the grass like this.
No, also I saw him on my left, and then also Huffy. So I said, oh, where I have to go?
Yeah, now it's our fault.
It's your fault. It was your fault.
We can recognize your style.
What did we do there? We made the best show ever.
But to be honest, when seeing the footage, I didn't actually know that you two guys were actually
Well,
there.
we weren't even, at the beginning of the straight, we weren't even really part of it. It was only because you 3 were side by side down the back straight, we got a pretty good slipstream.
But we knew we had not to be part of it, because we knew that will happen.
For our side, what do? You don't lift off. You either outside. You knew that there was going to be a chance just to.
I think you could trust the 2 drivers on the inside of you, James, didn't you, really? I mean...
Can I just say, would you trust them with your wallet? No. So why would you ever trust them on the racetrack?
Yeah, but I think I agree. The total fault is from the guy from inside.
Yeah.
Because they have 2 meters on the left. Yeah. Why you squash us to the right?
Yeah.
Trying to muscle us out.
You want to fight him? You want to fight? You want to sit here?
Yeah, because before I was thinking that it was your fault, but it's not true.
Thank you.
It's Ivan and Rob's fault.
I love you too.
Yeah.
You know, Rob, as always, for Italian and Dutch, is never their fault.
Half a season down, it's playing very well for Ivan Muller, an impressive 113 points ahead of closest rival Tarquini. On the streets of Porto, championship leader Ivan Muller once again starts from pole. He leads the pack into the first corner, while behind him Gabriele Tarquini manages to take fourth from Norbert Michelic after the Hungarian ran into Michał Nukia in front of him. Michelic is out of sorts. A lap later, he's in the wall in the Honda. Street circuits don't seem to be very favourable for the Hondas in 2013. With Norby out already, 6 laps later, Gabriele Tarquini is also on the sidelines. His car blows a turbo. Lots of work to do for the Yas Sport team. The safety car is out. Rescue vehicles being deployed to get rid of the stationary vehicles. Franz Engsler crashes into another truck after being pushed from behind. Freddie Bart spins right in front of them. Traffic problems as ever on the streets of Porto. As the halt and the lame make it to the pits, it's another win for Ivan Muller. Teammate Chilton behind in second, Nukia in third. Chevy sweeping the podium as they have done before in Porto. Three laps into the second race, Michał Nukia taking fourth place from James Thompson under braking for the final chicane. The Lada having another good run on the tight city circuit. Nukia is in fine form a lap later, and his victim is Mark Basseng in the all-Inkel Seat. He loses a podium finish in third. Pole sitter James Nash is having a great run. He races away to win number 2 of the season. All-Inkel Motorsports' Rob Huff in second ahead of Michał Nukia. Basseng in the end pushed down to 5th.
But when you've got somebody like Rob Huff, world champion, behind you, they find gaps and they make holes. And his race pace in race 1 was very quick. I was a bit wary of that. Mine wasn't as quick as his. So I knew I had a lot to do and a lot of work to keep in front. The first 3 laps we started pulling away, and that settled me down, and I got into a comfortable rhythm and routine. There's very few people that have raced a World Touring car. There's very few people that have raced in a World Championship and any of the tracks that we go to. So to have come away with now 2 race wins this year, it means a lot to me.
From his 6th pole of the season, Ivan Muller leads the field into the first corner of the first ever World Touring Car Championship race in Argentina at Termas del Rio Hondo. Behind him is teammate Tom Chilton, who started second, but he's already been passed by Michelic, Tarquini and Oriola. Oriola's in a brand new car, a blue Chevy, to add to the ranks. 4 laps in, and Chilton is going to find his way back past Pepe. There's plenty for the crowd to enjoy, and someone for them to cheer as well. Local hero and multiple Argentine touring car champion Jose Maria Lopez. He's getting to grips with his Vika Sport BMW, the first time he's ever driven a 1.6 turbo touring car or world touring car. He passes Nash for 6th, 8 laps in. Chilton and Oriola battling neck and neck. Britain takes second away from the Spaniard, who then takes it right back. Chilton is not giving up. Lopez, in his first touring car race, passes championship contender Michał Nukia's Chevrolet for 5th position. The Argentine is having a great run. On the long back straight, Huff gets a slipstream from Nash and dives inside his compatriot for 8th place. Thiago Montero's Honda bumping them along.